out.
Got a few celebrity call-outs to get us going here. In fact, it looks like there's some mounting heat on Ellen Degeneres from Swifties, which is the one group you don't want to have focused on you. And it all happened from this interview that Taylor's done the last couple of weeks, from what I can tell, where she mentioned something that seems obvious, that is a little shade towards Ellen Degeneres because of something Ellen did with Taylor Swift when she was on her show.
There are so many songs in my career that would not exist if I hadn't had people being like, here's a slideshow of all her boyfriends. Like,
it's still out there. We still don't know. So let's show some pictures. All right. All right.
We didn't date.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's ridiculous to show Zach. They never did date. Okay.
So she was showing these different celebrities with Taylor, and she'd have to ring the bell every time it was somebody that she had dated, as Ellen was trying to nail it down. And so some Swifties are just saying, you know, that's really not cool that we do that kind of stuff and you make somebody out what they're doing with their relationships. You know, in these type of situations, you should be able to have a bit of a private life, especially because she's so criticized because of it. And now the fact that, you know, Taylor threw out just this little blurb in this interview.
there are so many songs in my career that would not exist if I hadn't had people being like, here's a slideshow of all her boyfriends. Like,
Here's a slideshow of all of her boyfriends, which is exactly what Ellen did. They'd be like, that's Ellen DeGeneres, get her.
Okay, here's my question, though. All these celebrities, I always see the internet get all mad at Ellen and, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. Don't they do pre-interviews? Don't the celebrities know what's going on before they get out there? Are you trying to tell me Taylor Swift and her people don't know what Ellen DeGeneres is going to be doing on any kind of bit? I'm going to go ahead and say I think these celebrities know what they're getting themselves into, and the internet goes, can you believe what Ellen did? And I'm not defending Ellen because I think Ellen is probably a monster to really work with. But these celebrities, they don't go on these shows blindly like that. Taylor Swift's people, you think they're going to allow her to do that? No way in heck.
I think it works both ways. I think a majority of times, especially Taylor, they seem like they're very buttoned up and they would want to know. There is every now and then where they kind of spring something on you. And this interview happened at the height of Ellen's fame, where I think she felt like she was a little impervious, like, okay, I'm going to strong arm this because this is going to be great entertainment and she'll eventually like it. And this might be some of the stuff that Ellen was doing, as people talked about a little bit of a toxic environment that Ellen was doing, passive aggressive type stuff. Be like, that was kind of uncool because I really didn't want to do that bit. And she kind of walked me into it anyway. I don't know that she did that, but it is possible. And you're right. A lot of times they do let people know. I would like to know how that really went on.
It's kind of like,
I would too.
It's kind of like the Jimmy Fallon thing. They really don't do improv. They know what's going on out there. And I think if you're a major celebrity, their team protects every little thing. And you can tell if Ellen was really to have done Taylor Swift wrong, did Taylor Swift ever go back on Ellen's show again? And if she did go back on her show many times, multiple times, that shows you that she knows what's going on. Taylor Swift plays the game too. She's not an idiot.
That'd probably be a big part to answer your question. If any Swiftie knows that, did she ever make another appearance on Ellen's show after that?
And look, I could be wrong. I don't want no heat from the Swifties.
Well, they're saying that even the sensibilities of doing these kind of interviews has changed a bit. They say that now, you know, you might have been able to strong arm some celebrities, and now people are like, well, that's just not right. You know, that our sensibilities on what is permissible and inbounds and out of bounds has kind of changed a bit.
You wouldn't ask a man who he was dating.
Yeah, you would. That happens all the time. Good gosh. I hate when they say, would you ever ask a man what he's wearing in an interview? I remember Blake Lively. She did that. The one woman asked about the clothing of the movie, and Blake Lively goes, is this so funny? I mean, would you ask a man what they were wearing? And I saw like 9 different interviews about that movie asking men about their wardrobe. Yeah. So let's cool our jets a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the Swifties need a new enemy each week, so looks like Ellen might be the enemy this week. It's a good thing she's in another country now, right?
Isn't she already canceled?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if you can double cancel. Dana White. Now, this is probably a safe call him out because the person he's calling out is behind bars, but he was asked who is the rudest celebrity he's ever met.
Who's the rudest celebrity you've ever met?
Ooh, that's a good question. What a great question. Let me really think about this so I can really stick it to whoever it was. Who will we run into? That's Denny. Who? Diddy. Oh, Diddy. 100%. The biggest ever.
Yeah. I mean, is anybody shocked?
Yeah, they had to yell Big Diddy. He's like, okay.
Well, Diddy won't be in prison forever.
No, you're right.
Diddy is going to get out.
Do you think he's scared, though?
No.
I think I wouldn't say he's. I think there's some fear there.
From Dana White?
Oh, no, because I think he's got Navy SEALs around him constantly.
He's not afraid of Diddy.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
Other people should be very afraid of Diddy.
I think other people that can get to, yes, they're scared.
Sure.
Bodyguards and people that testified against him that used to be in his inner circle, those people should be very afraid of Diddy right now because he will be getting out, and you know how Diddy does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Dana White's probably okay.
Dana White's fine.
Now, Jaybird, you need to call out somebody for calling a deli woman the B word.
Man, you see this a lot. I've noticed it. I'm at delis a lot, but I kind of came late to the dance, but there was a bunch of people in the deli line, and there was this just angry, bald guy who he was so angry his face turned pink. He just was an angry dude, and I guess she didn't have the right bread that he wanted, and he was prolonging the line. Everything he did was an issue. The lettuce was wrong. The tomatoes were wrong. The mayo was wrong. So what should have taken about 4 minutes is now up to like 14 minutes. People are getting mad. She didn't have the right bread, and he finally said, "Oh man, you're being such a bitch about everything." And the line, I didn't have to say anything. About 7 people jumped on this guy and said, "Don't you talk to her like that." And that guy slinked away, didn't say nothing, grabbed his sub and took off.
I love when people stand up like that.
I do
because that is
too.
the right thing to do. It's like we should never have tolerance to speak to anybody for that reason. For what? Not having the bread ready?
Well, I got there kind of late, so I kind of didn't know what was going on, but I figured out quickly, all right, the sub line hates that guy. He's being mean to the sub lady, and there was a line of defense of people that defended her, which was really cool to see.
Good.
Yeah.
And you got to call out people like that.
Well, she can't. The sub lady can't start cursing at him. But the people in the line, the other customers, we can.
I know, there's just so many rude people, especially, I see it so much in the deli line where they talk to someone making a sub like they're less than nothing, and it's so annoying.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
You do see it out there in the wild.
Wrong. It's wrong.
You got to call it out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let me see. We got, another one. You seen these teen takeovers? They had one in Tampa, 22 arrests, mostly individuals under the age of 18.
It's crazy.
They just rush you into a street and they're like, ours. And you're like, all right, what do you do? I mean, what do you do if you're like driving through something like that?
So what exactly are they doing?
They just kind of run out and they take over the street in a sense. And then they're like, the cops have to come in. Like, I mean, arresting 22 people, that'll let you know how many people were there because they didn't arrest every single person there.
I'm not condoning this at all because I am a pacifist. All I know is if I got in front of a car and I did not get out of the way and they ran me over, I would not be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can't, though. I mean, you have to sit there. If they surround your car, you just have to sit there.
But what if they start banging on your car and you feel threat? I mean, that is a legit threat. If you have a group of people, you don't know what they're going to do, especially if they got things in their hand.
In the state of Florida, you're going to win that. If somebody's coming at you in a threatening manner, you're in your car and you feel threatened, then you're allowed to do what you need to do to get out of that situation. I don't see any court in Florida that's not going to rule in your favor if that's all you're doing. Now, if you just start taking people out as extras, then they're going to get you. But if you're just trying to get to the nearest path to get
away
out of that place for your own safety and health, then no court's going to rule against you in this state.
What would you do? Okay, how would it rule? Let's say you've got, no one's touching your car, but you've got 12 people around you and they've got stuff in their hand and they're blocking you. Now, they're not touching the car, but you do feel like there's a blockade there and they've got weapons in their hand.
You probably win that.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially if the attorney went into why you would already be concerned. Maybe once before in your life you were threatened. They would look for that to say, from your previous experience, you thought you were in that exact same situation of danger again. And yeah, they're pretty lenient on that. If you feel like you're in danger, then you can do what you need to do to get out of it. Got to call him out from Andrea. She said, got to be calling out Kev, for playing Jay Bird's Mother's Day song on Friday. I didn't know I was going to be crying at work, but I got all emotional. She said, that was the sweetest thing I've ever heard. I said, I agree.
It's a great song.
You got to update those references, though. A lot of those references, some of those references are old when I wrote that thing.
Now, is this a call him out for being genius or annoying? You say you ordered Taco Bell the other night, and to the bag was stapled 3 different or business cards that were there saying somebody was a music producer.
Here's what's going on. People are doing side hustles, and they are stapling their business cards to their food that you deliver. This guy's he does music or something. It had nothing to do with Taco Bell, but he stapled it onto the food bag. Do you like the hustle, or would you rather just have your food just be your food?
I admire the hustle. You know what? Somebody's out there trying to make it happen.
What if it's solar panels? I'm a little annoyed.
Well, it's about the approach. And the approach was nothing. You could look at it and you'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool. And you could admire it. Or you could be like, no. And you throw it right away. But either way, they didn't take really too much of your time or energy. And they shot their shot. And if you don't ever shoot your shot, you're going to miss every one.
Exactly.
I wonder if there is a policy with Uber or Lyft or any of those Uber Eats if you're not allowed to do that. Are you not allowed? Of course, I didn't give a crap.
Yeah, and you take a risk, too, of somebody either not tipping you or giving you a worse rating.
Or reporting you saying, I don't want someone soliciting their business to me. I'm like, yeah, they're just hustling.
Yep. So we had a couple of questions that came up in Call 'em Out. One was, are Uber Eats drivers allowed to do a side hustle and put their business cards on your bag? Now, was this because the guy knew you were at the radio, or was it just a random thing where he's a music producer and he's looking for anything he can get?
Just a random dude. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I didn't get to speak to them.
Okay.
My food was out there, and it was stapled to the bag with a card and what they do.
One text says, I do Uber Eats, and they do not tolerate any third-party business representation. It even says when you sign up, if you're caught, they will terminate your account. It's considered moonlighting, they say.
Well, I ain't no rat. So play on, player. Get that music done.
Okay. Gonna let them go on ahead and do that stuff.
We would never turn him in.
Well, it doesn't bother me.
No.
Yeah.
As long as my food is... Now, if you stapled a business card about your music and you forgot my honey mustard, now we got issues.
New little thing that Uber is introducing, they got a new feature. It's going to let riders order food and drinks during their trips.
Oh.
It's called Eats for the Way, and it's available only to Uber Black and Uber Black SUV users, but I guess they'll pop off. If you want to get some fast food on the way, they'll do that for you.
And will they let you eat it in the car? Because a lot of times they do not want you eating in the car.
I can see this going not well. This does not, no. Yeah, I got these onion rings. You mind if I go ahead and open them up, Bob?
Yeah, can we stop at the bar and get a couple of daiquiris?
Yeah.
I promise I won't spill them.
Oh, I've got this strawberry shake. Oh, I spilled it.
Yeah. Well, I'd imagine if you're doing that, you would have to agree to it.
They probably will pick it up and allow you to seal it and not eat it in the car.
You think so?
I'd imagine that.
Oh, I can't resist. If I get food at the drive-thru, I have to eat it in the car. I'm not strong enough to wait till we get home.
Not only is it gross, it's also dangerous, Kevin. I've seen it many times.